Right. Exploration, killing things. That's about all we can do here. Hallways, for the most part, seem to be clear already. A couple of soldiers here and there, but nothing to worry about. I can't deal with the extra damage the sorcerer tries to throw with her fireballs. Like, she has no common sense at all. She's not even fucking trying. It wouldn't be a problem if I could just choose her spells, like take single target things or something that isn't gonna blow my health away at the same time. I mean, there are a lot of options. If I could just manage her a little bit, that's all. I'm not asking for a lot. Asking for too much though. It's the problem when you played or haven't played a game in a long time. There's a lot of little bit of rules and general tips that you forget. That are really vital to properly excelling in a game that might not be immediately obvious. In Neverwinter Nights is it has to be you first. It has to be your character first. The melee martial characters do fine as companions. Casters, not really. It's very rare to see casters fight efficiently or well. I think mages suffer the worst of it. But this is, I think, a lot to do with spell selection. If you design the NPCs properly, you can sort of get around that. You hear something, rasping voices in files. Look at me.
Yes. Finish this task.
Edgar's help, I don't mind. You asking guys here, be able to deal with this fairly. As long as they focus on me, they have no hope. Right, wasn't that hard of a fight. It would have been difficult only if Lucinda would have offered us her help again. Definitely made a big mistake taking her in the party. The rogue might have been terrible, but she could not have been this much of a headache.
To your weapons, and don't let up! Attack!
Okay, I think a lot of these rooms are basically just worthless barracks. If we listen a little bit here, we might be able to tell what's inside. Slaves and an overseer. Don't do anything. I'll go kill the overseer.
Yes, I can accomplish this.
Is he any good? It's fine. Not great, but fine. Ooh, also has something. That's a rare thing to see. Whip is a terrible damage weapon though. Like, worse in the arcade.
Attack!
I think we could use some of the extra healers kits. Instead of storing them, just use them up as we get them.
Yes, I can accomplish this task.
To your weapons, and don't let up! Attack!
Stairs up, stairs down. Down is where the trouble begins, I think. Not on the next level down, but after that. some sort of a ruin below this entire installation. Sounds of hammering metal. Is it a smithy?
For justice and honor!
Buckbear Smith. Is it any good? No. The shaman is the chosen one. Kill the shaman. Kill the shaman. Kill the fucking shaman. I can't dodge his damage.
All before me! To your weapons, and don't let up! Attack!
Lucinda is trying to cast through the walls. Magic hammer, fire damage. More bones. I have a lot of these now. Might be a good idea to start using them. Although, I don't really need them, and if we get into some serious trouble, I would like to have additional options. A lot of magic stuff.
This load is a bit of a strain.
I'd like to think that the game is trying to make sure you have some sort of magical gear. And that's worrisome. Three armor bones versus Pierce. Elven chain shirt. It's a fine chain shirt. Doesn't weigh all that much. What do you wear? Pretty much a chain shirt, but why? You're a paladin. Why wear something like that? Because he has great dexterity. Could be much better against piercing weapons. No, he can't possibly carry all this shit. Thing is, neither can I. So, what are we gonna do about it? I've gotta do something about it. To be fair, these armor pieces are not gonna be all that valuable, and they weigh a ton.
This load.
Weapons are always much better.
A bit of a strain.
Right.
Cold River is really the only interesting item there. Not because it does anything all that useful offensively, but it gives us 15 cold resistance. If we have to deal with any kind of undead monstrosity, cold damage is often to be expected. Why are you walking around? Carry weight should allow her to run. Is trapped.
I have completed this undertaking. Yes, I can accomplish this task.
Right.
I have completed.
At least Lucinda is, while maybe not great at this thievery business, she is good enough.
Hold this spot like it was home. Let's have at it!
You sleeping overs. I got the listen check after I entered the room though, so it's somewhat worthless, I'd say. Basic crap jewelry.
Tool your weapons, and don't let up. Attack!
Maybe we can get something out of this one. You hear something. The thought of possibly heavy feet or a dropped object. Probably some kind of gigantic creature. An ogre. Do not throw a fireball.
Yes, I can accomplish this task.
I said no fireballs.
Yes,
Evil shall never triumph! Let's have at it!
It's a larger room. Skill check failure. Critical failure. No, not quite. Close enough. It's trash. Nothing to worry about. Not much of a fight, but we're still not doing all that well. I'm going to have to rest soon, no matter what. There's no point really in healing anymore. The damage to the entire group hit points is just too extensive. The amount of healing I carry with me is not going to be enough to cover that. Might be able to clean up this floor, but that'll be it. Then we'll head up. Skill check failure. No, yeah, pretty much critical failure. Right, 1d20 plus 1. So critical failures over on. I think that happened earlier too. Shamans, this is, you have to attack aggressively. Please attack aggressively. And dodge those magical attacks. Where did the shaman go? We have a sanctuary. Yeah, I was pretty sure there was at least one extra guy here. Simple healing potion. Two rooms, no, one room left. It's the fun one. Failure. Two voices in conversation. The skeletons are not too dangerous. Wait. Bad at all. More bag of bones. Quarter step +1. Ember 1. Burning hands. 1 charge per use. 15 charges. Bracers of something and our ice robes. Cold resistance item again.
This load is a bit of a strain.
It's not really a strain though. Symbol of nature. Cold lightning. 5 charges per use. It has 3 charges. 15 charges. Can be used 3 times. That's a lot of electrical damage we can do. And everyone can use it, that's the best part. So I can go into expertise mode, go in the middle of enemies and wipe them out. We can probably clear out trash fairly effectively in a more serious situation. Still, time to look at what we actually have. Our only lore potion. Armor bonus, saving throws, +1. It's a good one. Still, we're not gonna get another, so we'll have to be fairly careful that we don't miss items. Boots of the Hardy. Regeneration! Constitution +2. Fantastic. Ability score penalty -1 intelligence. Strength +1. Blood frenzy once per day. For fighter it's a decent item. Blood frenzy 1 use per day. But they're really big on the blood frenzy. I have no idea what it does. I'm sort of assuming that it's somewhat related to frenzy. Shocking as not assumption, I know, but the thing about that is only berserking or frenzy I know would be in the from the earlier rule sets. I don't actually recall what it does in this game. Usually it gives you some bonuses to offensive abilities, some negatives to defensive abilities, temporary hit points and then maybe some immunities. And those immunities would be the interesting part, really. Since I can't actually look at the ability, it doesn't really tell me much. I could test it out, take a look at what our statuses are here. We could at least see what it affects to some extent. But to how much does it affect them, that's something I couldn't say. Saving throws, can I increase my armor? Class 2, yes. Thank you very much. Regeneration, that's the biggest part here. Might as well use the bracers. What else? Nah, I'll take the cloak too. I mean, this cloak I currently have does nothing. Positive energy damage, only usable by good. Positive energy is literally impossible to block. Everyone is affected by positive energy. I think there's one attack spell in the entire game and expansion that does positive energy damage, and it's like it's some sort of an epic spell that a mage can get. That's pretty much it. It's not holy damage. There's something else. Holy can be blocked. Or divine damage, I guess it's in this game. But positive energy, not so. That's pretty much just goes through no matter what. Then divine is hard to usually protect against. Elemental is easy, divine is hard, positive is borderline impossible. You have to have a specific crafted item for the campaign to be able to do that. I'm looking to transport some items. Right, my intelligence went down and my strength grew. That's actually very welcome at this point. We might be also be able to continue now, because the only reason we really want to rest is so I can get my hit points back. But if I'm regenerating, that problem goes away. The Zulkirs of Thay. From each of the 8 great schools of magic, the Thayans choose among their order the greatest to act as counselor. The progression of the Thayans and the growing threat the sinister force from the east poses is very much a consequence of those chosen to sit on their high council over the years. In their harsh tongue, the counselor is a Zulkir, an arch wizard. Their names and identities changed over the centuries, but one does not change. The necromancer endures and does not die. Mothers and old wives whisper the name Zulkir to frighten the children to stay in bed and eat their suppers. In the east, the name of the Zulkir of necromancy turns the bowels of even hardened soldiers to water. Thus Tam. Okay. Low level magic. But we're heading upstairs now. Since I'm gonna do most of the tanking and fighting anyway, I think we're gonna keep going. Rather, the limited amount of healing we have now is sufficient to keep pushing forward. We do need to offer some healing to the rest, but not that much. Lucinda doesn't really need healing, because we are mostly trying to keep her out of any fighting. Edgar got a couple of 20 points extra. Another 20 for him. He's barely injured. I'm healing constantly. Not all that quickly, but we have things to do, things to explore. By the time I actually encounter enemies, I might have the necessary hit points. And if not, I think I've pretty much doubled my hit points already, for example. So I'm gonna be fairly hard to kill at this point. The trash cannot do it anymore. You need something that can hit through my defenses, spellcasting or a proper tough melee fighter. But the best thing is that I can continue playing without having to rest. I don't think the game gives a crap about whether I rest or not, but it just seems wrong if we're making this sort of an assault that I just suddenly start resting here. You wouldn't do that. If you're gonna go in there, you're gonna see it through. Okay, it is much colder on this floor. Huh. There was a weapon that had cold resistance. Nice reaver. Damage 15. So we're gonna switch here. You two losers aren't gonna hold still. Rico? What is it? Well, this is a cold and unpleasant place. It is hard to imagine it was built by Cormyrians when you see it now filled with such evil. In many ways, it reminds me of my ancestral home of Suzail. That was a cold and loveless place, all hard stone and leaks in the roof. We never had enough money to fix it. Now, of course, I don't have such worries. King Azun took that house along with any money we had left. The king did you an injustice, I would say. Law and order are important, especially in times like these, but you are only distantly related to the traitors in the Abraxas affair. Must hurt to have been branded with their treachery. Huh. Maybe the king did us a favor by taking that house. I hated it, but the label that goes with it, that I never earned. Well, kings are not infallible, it's true, though King Azun IV was amongst the best. King Galaghard must have built this place to keep evil at bay. All he achieved was to make them a new stronghold. It is very sad to see good deeds end this way. I don't really see the problem. This was an unforeseeable thing. Also, this doesn't seem to be much of a concern, really, for the kingdom. They're in such a bad shape that it could have been anything. The Raider's base of operations.
Hold this spot like it was home.
Yes, I can accomplish this task.
Also, it didn't say the Raiders, really. The army wasn't coming after them anyway. So potentially it could have been a true stronghold for evil. But I think it sort of already was. That's the below ground ruins that this place was built upon. It just had an outlet once the construction reached it. It was already a shitty place. This is suspicious. Ball on a stand, an altar, 2 magical pillars, and it is an old chapel. That is cursed somehow. Crystal ball sits on a stand, throbbing with a strange power. This altar is a new addition to the chapel and emanates an evil aura. Lights dance at the edge of vision, and a jawless skull seems to float above it, like the very symbol of Sirik himself. We're no longer badly injured. Can I look at these? Well, that's not good. Traffic ticket. blocks everything but elemental damage. Can I do something with this? 2 alignment points toward good. Still it did damage to me. Not what I can do about that. Oh, I'm not gonna survive the raids. Rules, whatever. How many hit points do I even have? It's split up. So it matters too much. Back to ghouls. The rage has concealment, so even if we hit him, there's big tips and chance that the hit will miss. So the rate is the only real threat. The ghoul does so little damage that I think I can regenerate through that. Rate will have status effects, level drains. That's something that's much harder to survive. Alright, now the question is, can I just break this? The weapon will do a single point of damage per strike. So eventually yes. It'll take time. There are probably better weapons to do this with. But the time isn't exactly a negative as long as I'm regenerating, so it's not all bad. And I'm not in all that good of a shape, am I? 25 hit points. So a little bit of extra healing isn't gonna hurt me. It's gonna summon something dangerous once this is destroyed though, I'm pretty sure of that. Also, how the hell do you use the holy water? It is through dialogue, I can't use it like this. That's more or less what I wanted to know. When trying to use the altar, it just triggered the trap. Although that does not mean I can't actually interact with it. If it was actually trapped initially. I just assumed that the trap is not a real trap. It's the game's way of saying if you touch it you get like pain. It is an actual trap then. Enchanting Stone. An enchanting stone can be rubbed on a weapon to temporarily enhance it. The more skillful the crafter, the better the enchantment. Enhancement. Which typically lasts about 4 minutes. Truly great weaponsmiths can sometimes make the enhancement stick permanently. Although with no smith has managed to get one of these stones to work on a weapon that already has an enhancement bonus on it. Cast on the melee weapon of your choice. No, do not use the enchanting stone on a weapon that already has a +1 or more bonus to hit and damage, nor on a ranged weapon. Fair enough.
Time for a bit of the game.
So I want to leave the altar for now. Yeah, we might want to come back to it, because that's clearly a door too. But let's see if we can figure out the Polter guy's situation first. That's a Bodak. Instant death gaze attack, I think. Also, powerful enchantment item. Bodak. A lot of skeleton warriors. I need to do a weapon switch. It needs to be something blunt. Preferably magical too. Sonic damage keen, don't care. The magic hammer looks like the best choice at this point. I don't think I'll survive this, but what should I can do?
Let's have at it!
Because this isn't literally a magical weapon, 5 point is reduced from all attacks. But I don't have a blunt magical weapon, so it's gonna be... No, I have a two-hander like that, but only a two-hander. Also, why aren't you attacking anyone? Okay. Falling on him was a mistake. Big mistake. You don't have the weapon either. But how much damage did it take? 51. Right. Still, it's not like I can do all that much better against critical hit either. It looks like this is the entirety of this area. I wonder if I can do something with the holy water here. Item cannot be given away, no. So dash away, my good friend. Might as well see what happens. Dashing the crystal certainly hit.
To your weapon!
It has perfect physical defenses. The elemental damage can go through. Still, we got a lot of elemental weapons, so... At least you can use something better. Magic Horse Flail, keen, sonic damage. I still sort of think that this is not a good idea.
And don't step with me. Come on. Follow along.
Because if we have to later do something on the altar, there's no altar to do anything with. And it was immune to physical damage. At the same time, we have saved, so really no downside to just seeing what happens if we just blast to hell. Nothing. So I don't think that's a good idea. Might be able to purify it or do something with it later on, and also it seems like destroying the crystal ball was where the effect on alignment was.
To your weapons, and don't let up. Attack!
Why don't you come here?
Step with me. Come on. Follow
And
along.
Yes.
don't do
Hold this
anything.
spot
I'll
I'll
like it's
try to
yours.
see if I can
Yes.
engage the
I can
Bojack
accomplish
through
this
here
task.
while avoiding his instant death attack. I need some sort of range ability though. Acid arrows. How much damage will a normal arrow can do?
My weapon can't touch
Ineffective.
him. What the? My weapon can't touch him.
Yep. Literally true. Non-magical weapon attacks probably totally works against him. Right, I need a... I think the best option is really a magical weapon of any kind. Blunt would be better, but it's not really necessary. So we might as well use the katana. It has as good of an enchantment as any of our other weapons, and also it's has a strong base damage. Okay, this is gonna be terrible.
Time for a bit of the game.
It will hit me with a natural 20, and only with a natural 20. But that's pretty much death. Tail can do about 50 points of damage with that. Half of the damage is disappears when I attack skeleton, but half will always go through. Can I improve my situation a little bit? Fire courage. +1 attack bonus, then damage. +2 bonus against mind affecting spells. Great. These don't look that dangerous, but when they hit, I might be able to tank a single hit. I can't tank two. So I need to be able to finish this fairly quickly. Extra attack and damage. Oh, yep, that's one. I got lucky there though. The threat roll was weak.
To your weapon.
Yes, I can accomplish this task.
You are not doing damage to him. Because you don't have a true magical weapon. That has to be fixed. No matter what that weapon actually is, it has to be a true magical weapon. Not bad, not bad at all. Not good either, but this still is probably the easier part. Bodak has instant death abilities. That's pretty troublesome. Might be able to knock it down.
Time for a bit of the game.
No, that's not good enough. Knockdown, knockdown. Damage is irrelevant. I need a 11 to survive that. I rolled a 1. So, critical failure. Worst possible outcome. And there's no recovering for that. That shit happens, yeah, you're just done.
Time for a bit of the game.
Got an improved knockdown hit, excellent. Feel free to do anything you can. Oh, that's another Bodak. And everyone died. Okay, well that's fun, isn't it? So we're going to have to outlive at least one instant death ability. There's no getting around that because the 2 Bodaks. But
Little help here.
okay, could you
Step with me. Come on. Follow along. Hold this spot like it was
we can lure one of them here, probably so that the other one isn't going to join the action. Hopefully.
To your weapons. Yeah. All before me! Hold this
We're
spot
probably gonna
like
get
it
a
was
level up
home.
from this. Yes, we are.
To your weapons, and don't let up. Attack!
Surprisingly little Polter guys bladed things here.
To your weapons, and don't let up. Attack!
Proper fighter level. Fundamentals, what do we need? We need ride skill. Possibly, although I don't think so. Not really. Tumble might be more useful at this point, because Tumble also increases your armor class. Every 5 points there increase armor class. What else? Persuasion is pretty much impossible to raise anymore. Discipline. Lore would be slightly more useful. I'll stick with discipline. Right. This is probably a good time to rest though. This area is about as secure as it can get, and well, actually I still need to rest. My situation is continually just getting better. Well, Zinda can't cast spells, but is that a problem really? She's just gonna fireball my own ass if she gets spells, so I'm not sure I gain anything by resting. I gain trouble. Stairs further down. Right,
Hold this
why don't you
spot
chill
like it
here
was
while
home.
I'll go and kill everything. That way it's less of a headache for me. Kill the shaman. Kill the fucking shaman, you piece of shit. Ghouls. Zombie this, zombie that. Okay, this is getting a little bit complicated. Still, fundamentally nothing changes. They don't have high damage weapons, they don't have high attack capabilities, so they will hit me from time to time, but it's too infrequent to really be that big of a threat. You really should kill the weak. Whatever. That son of a bitch is just getting critical hits after critical hits. Still, the end result is gonna be the same. Attack something you can kill quickly. Skeleton isn't gonna take all too much damage from this weapon. And it's also fairly harmless because it's using a one-handed axe instead of a two-handed one. Weak has status effects on its attack, so it should be taken care of early. Ignore the skeleton again. Rules have status effects too, I think this is. It's not a big deal, but because we have good fortitude saving throws, but it's still a thing I would rather not risk. Zombie warrior is a much stronger opponent, so it can do damage when it hits. Right, during this fight I've gained points. there are symbols of Cyric all over the place. He's a good fighter. But he's also easy to hit. The end result is pretty predictable out of this. Jailer's key, jailer's key. What else? Satyr. Satyr looks at you with mad eyes. It speaks, but the words are not directed at you. They bite in the night, but they die in the day. Destroy their beds, or they won't go away. Vampires? Go, you're free. Do you understand? Satyr nods and makes its way painfully out of the cell. So assuming vampires, what could I do with them? Not much. Skeleton is attacking me. You just light that shit. No? Ah, they're protected by metal bars. Looks to be pretty weak. Right, this is just a thing, a delaying tactic more or less. I'm in no real danger. Also, I'm not getting enough out of these that you're gonna get a level up either. They're just fodder to hack through. Building Captain. Ooh, you have melee capabilities too. That'll make a difference. One more. While protecting access to lower level. Still, I'm not really going to do much. What arrows? Light level 3 could be valuable. Until I find a use for the holy water. It could be that there is a vampire here and that's what we need to use it on. Fear arrows. I'm sort of skeptical on that. Still, doesn't really matter. Jailer's key. Dust on the floor gets thicker as you progress down the corridor. So I would assume the holy water thing is here. This is something about continued base, but then the hobgoblins and others who are living here. Footprints are just depressions in the dust, you can't tell. So probably not made by a typical living creature at least. The Poltergeist. Some strange spirit wielding this blade. We probably don't want to fight against it. I would think that's pretty much a waste of time. But we have to defeat it first. It absorbs most of the damage. Poltergeist is terrible. It has a +9 on attack. We need to use a weapon that does some sort of elemental damage. I don't think it really matters what it is, so as much as possible. Divine to... I'll take it. That's the wrong weapon. Feel free to do things. That's negative energy damage. It'll get critical hits on me, but that's it. I'll do divine damage, but that's it. As long as it doesn't regenerate. Yeah, it doesn't. So it's a decided fight already. We need to defeat it, sprinkle some holy water on it, and that'll be it. I mean, longish fight where only neither side hits all that often and only one side regenerates. So this is gonna go in one way only. Mage would be good here, but again, Lacinda doesn't really have spells for these. I'm not sure what this would make. And I'm hitting every round, so it's not like the expertise is really hindering me all that much. It's just making him impossible for him to pretty much hit me. He has a 5% chance. Although I am uninjured, so I could afford to put the extra points in attacking. I think I'll just let this go. It'll slightly extend the fight, but I don't think it'll extend it that much. At the same time, why keep extending it at all? By the time I meet new enemies, I have regenerated the damage that the Poltergeist can do against me. I do need to read how to deal with the Poltergeist. We needed to defeat it in combat, yes. But I was a little bit unclear what to do after that. Do I need to... Does it leave a remain I can interact with the holy water, or do I need to find its proper resting place, I guess, that I need to treat with the holy water? Either way, this is the first step. I probably have a journal marking out on that, so I can read it afterwards. There's also a possibility the game gives me a dialogue option pretty much straight away, so I don't have to think about it. The adventure keeps going after this. We will definitely use use all the money we can to upgrade our equipment. Poltergeist dead. What? Polter blade, negative energy damage, enchantment +1, unique power 2 use per day. The restless spirit of a poltergeist resides within this blade, already bested by you. The spirit is now bound by your command. Twice per day its power can be released to flow through you, increasing your strength and dexterity 5, each over a period of a few minutes. 5 each for a period of a few minutes. Okay, but Magnus, the priest of the Shrine of Tempest in Thunderstone, has told you that Polter's fort got its name from the poltergeist that lives there. He has urged you, should you visit the fort, to exorcise the spirit by subduing it, then sprinkling specially prepared holy water on it. He has given you the holy water to do the job to encounter it. Okay. I put the remains. The blade shivers slightly in your hand. Then you hear a whispered voice in the edge of hearing. Free me. Take the holy water, prepared by Magnus, and sprinkle it on the blade. Shards of a broken blade. So that's the third magical weapon we've gotten parts for. All that is left of the fine sword that was once possessed by the poltergeist of Polter's fort. After you sprinkled it with holy water, the weapon was destroyed, leaving only a few fragments. Polter blade. So we should look at the Polter blade too, though. That's weird. Lost item Polter blade. You could have probably dropped it or something, or switch it to another character to get dupe the item, basically. Still. At least something went our way.
To your weapons, and don't.
There's probably nothing to do on this level anymore. About to end soon. And this looks like a fairly sizable place. Looks like more like natural caverns than anything else. I want to see if this is all that fighting heavy anyway. That's a lot of skeletons.
Hold this spot like it was home.
If I didn't know better, I'd say a suspicious amount of skeletons. Either traps or traps. Lore, skeleton spirits, skeleton warriors.
Let's have at it! Yeah!
Yeah, none of these are really a problem. Until Edgar can speed things up quite a bit.
For justice and honor!
Yeah, justice and honor. door is open. That's bad. Oh lord. That's bad. How bad is it? That is bad. But days in this situation, that is bad. To get rid of these ghouls quickly. Yeah, the skeleton might be sort of trouble, but getting days is much worse.
For justice and
Try not to die. Try not to die, please. Like,
for justice and honor.
he's fucking every hit is doing 15 to 20 points of damage. Are you naked under there or something? Do you have any armor class? 17! Shit, that's terrible. Doesn't knuckles. Right.
Step with me. Come on. Follow along.
Yes. I
Can't
can
take you to
accomplish this
anywhere.
task.
Just dying all the time.
Hold this spot like it was home.
Right.
Yes. I can accomplish this task.
Alep's gas, zombie warriors, nothing too special. These are not troublesome opponents.
This load is a bit of
What
a
hit me?
strain.
Ooh, shadows. Shadow does not try to actually hit me. It has a ranged touch attack, so it doesn't have to hit me.
Is a bit of a strain.
Yeah, I'm going to die here. Because we're not attacking the goddamn shadow. The touch attack means armor class can be shit. Yeah, I can't move anymore for one thing. The more troublesome thing is I don't think I have anything that can remove this. Also my damage pretty terrible. Minus -2. I have antidotes, but those don't help. I might have, yeah, I have a single lesser restoration. I use it. Arresting might help, but
This load is a bit of a strain.
I can always do the resting later when I don't have the scrolls. Also, lesser restoration scroll is not again good enough against level drain, so it won't help against potential vampires, for example. So we might as well use it now. Cool. That Alep has some sort of a status effect. It tries to inflict on me. The thing is, it needs to actually hit me, so it's not nearly as dangerous as the shadow who needs to get a ranged touch attack. Alep needs to penetrate armor, basically. Shadow's
Pull your
done.
weapons and don't let up. Attack!
A rope going up. A hatch opens, letting sunlight. This might be a place where we can rest.
Hold this spot like it was home.
I'll actually leave things here. I really wish I could go to the city at this point. Now status effects have suddenly become a very big thing in the combat, and I have for once plenty of money to spend, and I've got nothing to spend it on at the moment. I desperately need something to at least return my attributes to normal, and I've got nothing. With the shadows, there's also nothing I can do. They're gonna pretty much hit me 50-50 no matter what my armor class is. That's nothing I can change right now. There's no items I can use to change it. We can do one final thing. What does the hell does the Blood Rage do? It's pretty much impossible to say because these are not individualized in any way. But this might give me a clue. Ooh, no, we can throw it on someone else, that's much better. Because these losers don't really have anything going for them. No, I can't.
Let's have at it!
My armor class dropped by a point. I think my strength went up. Maybe Constitution 2. Attack probably went up through with the strength increase. It's really hard to say though. More offensive power, slightly less defensive power. Do I see temporary hit points anywhere? No, not even that. Eh. $125. Number of hit points we had. 10 extra hit points. So we don't get the temporary hit points, but we get 2 extra constitution, a couple of points strength, at least 1, maybe 2. So yeah, it helps a little bit, but it's nothing too special.